Ladies and gentlemen, the Double RT Boxing Show with your host, Mr. A. Hello, welcome to you new boxing junkies who stumbled into the boxing rehab. What is your fix? What are you addicted to? Some heavyweights, power punchers, jabbers, movers, uppercuts, bantamweights, cruiserweights. Oh, you like to get fucked up on that super middleweight shit, huh? Is that what you like? That super middleweight shit? Well, let's talk about it. Sit your ass down into this fucking super middleweight circle and let's fix your ass up. Callum Smith, John Ryder. What a fight, what a fight, what a fight. Callum Smith defeats John Ryder. It's a lot to talk about this fight. Is Callum Smith ready for Canelo? Will Canelo beat Callum Smith's ass? We'll talk about that. Does John Ryder deserve a rematch? We'll talk about that. Now, before we get into the talk right here on the Double RT Boxing Show, you're a new boxing junkie, just to make sure we're okay and we don't get sued for fixing your ass, please sign up at the front desk that you did volunteer to come on in here. Now, I had the scorecards 116, 112, two swing rounds. I halved them. One to Ryder, one to Smith. I had rounds 5 and 8. 5 going to Ryder, 8 going to Smith. As for the overall card, I had Smith rounds 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Obviously, the others go to Ryder 4, 5, 7, and 12. Now, the whole fight, Ryder was doing great pressure, great fucking pressure. I just thought a lot of his pressure was, a lot of the punches off his pressure was hitting a lot of shoulders or just being blocked by forearms and stuff. Yeah, you can say there's still hits, but those hits compared to the little jabs in the rounds where there wasn't much action and much points, I thought the jab was cleaner than the pressure work the pressure hits of Ryder. Now, as far as Ryder controlling ring generalship, he probably did that majority of the fight. He did a lot of that. He had Smith fucking striking out, just swinging at airs. Like, dude, who, as they say, Windmill Wilder, fucking was that Windmill Smith in that ring? Because that motherfucker was swinging. I never seen Callum Smith miss so much in any fight. I thought, I still think, well, no, he was on the verge to winning that fight. I still think Sholin, I thought that style, like I said, I picked Sholin to beat Callum Smith in that fight because I thought that style was just all wrong for Callum Smith. A mover is bad news for Callum Smith. I said it in season 3, season 2. Callum Smith cannot handle movers. He can't, and it got brought up in this fight again. Ryder, beautiful feet, in and out, side to side. Mix that with the head movement and the waist bending, he had Smith swinging at air. So, but he never really capitalized great point connection off the miss. He, like I said, he came back with, like, when he made a miss and he got inside. A lot of that shot, I think, like his body attack, a lot of it was hitting like the lower elbows. If he would have did, after all that missing and juking and jiving, if he would have came straight with a body stab and hit Callum Smith straight ahead in the belly, I think he would have fucked Callum Smith. I think he would have won this fight, possibly even stopped him. But the fact that he got all that energy and he got inside it, he wasted it on hooks, high hooks, low hooks. Now, don't get me wrong, some of those hooks were landing, especially in the 12th round. I think he was fucking Smith up. What I didn't like, and you can tell Smith was being bothered mentally. He was almost being mentally, I want to say mentally broken, but mentally discouraged. He started looking to give daps to John Ryder at the end of almost every round, after like round 5 or 6 or something. He started looking to give daps. And just like Andre Ward said, like that's a sign of weakness. I don't like that shit. And also he started coming like, I get it, you're getting headbutt, and yes, Ryder was headbutting. Well, I won't say he was headbutting him. He accidentally led in with the head, but not led in. Just off the movement and rushing in, there were some head collisions, and you gotta give John Ryder a sportsmanship, because when Callum Smith, what round was it? I want to say like round 9, was it? When there was, I think it was like the second or third head, but Callum Smith just kind of like walked away and like looked at the ref like, "Come on, ref." John Ryder had every full right to just attack and bomb his ass. Like he could Mayweather Victor Ortiz's ass right there. Smith had his hands down looking at the ref. You saw Ryder. Ryder started to come forward, then he kind of stopped and backed up. I I thought Ryder was gonna knock his ass out right there. Now again, when I picked this fight for the breakdown prediction, I told you I did not want to see this fight because I like John Ryder. I like Callum Smith. I thought this was going to be a good fight. I thought this was going to be a really good fight. I thought Callum Smith, like I said, I'm picking Callum Smith to beat Canelo. So I thought, okay, if I'm thinking Callum Smith is going to beat Canelo, he needs to be that guy and knock the shit out of John Ryder. Not saying that John Ryder is some punk. It just, he needs to step up and do. He needs to step up, step the fuck up and do it. You know, step up and knock out Deontay Wilder, knocks out Luis Ortiz. Sometimes you just have to step the fuck up, and I'm okay. John Ryder is a. I think he's good. I think he's real good. I didn't know his feet were that fucking good. I knew he had the movement and he could move and go down and bend down, but the way that little precise movement in and out, and like he was timing that good. Like the jabs was barely missing, and he'd dart in and just fuck. Like I said, if he darted in and attacked straight ahead to the body, ooh, I think there would have been different scorecards, folks. But the fact that he made a miss and attacked in with hooks, the long levers, was able to elbow block a lot of that shit, and a lot of it wasn't the hook. Like I said, some of those hooks were good. Like I said, the 12th round was deadly hooks. He was beating the shit out of Callum Smith, but throughout the whole fight, I thought Callum Smith just um, jabbed. His jab was clearer. And even when they were inside holding, and obviously Smith wasn't able to do as good of an inside work that we thought he was, that it was some eye opening, some questions. Is Smith, can he fight inside? You know, you got, styles make fights, and this is the first time I seen Smith have an opponent like this, confident, ballsy, quick feet, quick legs, quick hands combinations, not scared. So first time for everything, he was tested, and I thought he passed it pretty damn good. Now, like I said, with Ryder kind of smothering his own work, a la a la Sean Porter. That's what Ryder looked like. That's the best way I can say it. He smothered his own work. Yeah, he also smothered Smith's work, but he couldn't get up the clean shots that he was intending for. And again, I just thought through all that smothering and the hooks, but the majority of the fight, I thought Callum Smith landed cleaner, touch him jabs for points, and he just won some of those dull, nullifying moments when Ryder was making a miss but didn't return. Smith would come back a couple seconds later and just like just tap him jabs, just tap him jabs, and I gave him a lot of points on that. Now, as far as does this fight deserve a rematch? I know, no. I've been seeing a lot on Twitter. You can follow me at Twitter at RRTB Show, at RRTB Show, at RRTB Show. I don't think this fight deserves an immediate rematch. And if you've been following the WRT boxing, you know I hate immediate rematches unless it's a champion who lost his belt. Why the fuck does John Ryder deserve an immediate rematch? Because he was a mandatory. He got the biggest fight of his career and he fought good. That's what the fuck you're supposed to do. This is the biggest fight of your career. You're supposed to fight good. You don't get rewarded for doing what you're supposed to do. No fucking rematch. Maybe a fight in between, sure. But an immediate rematch, fuck no. No. You did what you were supposed to do. You fought your ass off and you lost. Why the fuck you deserve a rematch? No. Now, can Smith defeat Canelo? People are saying no, Canelo will fuck him up. Will he? Why? Because John Ryder was able to get in on him and pressure him. Now you gotta remember, John Ryder. And leave a comment down below if you think I'm wrong on this. John Ryder has way better feet and legs than Canelo. Do you think Canelo can make? Don't get me wrong. Canelo's a very shifty at the waist, but he ain't got the legs to do those little quick hops back and forth that was making Smith miss. You gotta remember that what was making Smith miss, the in and out with the legs and the feet. Canelo ain't got that. I don't think Canelo has that. And if he does have it, he ain't gonna have it for 12 rounds unless he's eating some Mexican meat, cause the WBC allows you to have some clenbuterol. Styles make fights. Now again, if Canelo is able to get in, like he said, Canelo believes Canelo believes in his chin, so he's gonna walk Smith down. Now if he gets in, I don't think he's gonna smother his work like Ryder did. So Smith might be in trouble then, but I think Smith have a much better success and a higher ratio of jabs landing on Canelo than he did Ryder because of the legs and the feet. Canelo would be more of a stationary target, but he has that counter overhand right. Knocked out Khan, knocked out Kovalev. So if I still think he beats Canelo, but I don't think it'd be as easy as I thought it was. I think it'd be like a 115-113 upset. 115-114 with a 114-113 with like a knockdown separating it. Not that he had knocked down Canelo, but it'd be that type of close ass call. But whew, him and Benavidez, Plant. That's the fight I want to see. Plant and Smith. Like I said, I think Plant runs 168. I think he runs it, and I would love to see Plant and Canelo, but Smith. How about Smith and a homeboy moved up. Herberto Ramirez moved up. That'd have been a good fight. But Smith, like I said, I don't think Smith deserves all the backlash he's getting to. I think what it is half the people didn't know who the fuck John Ryder was. And half the people just kept hearing all that shit about Callum Smith. Half the boxing channels, especially the ones I watch over here in the States, no one ain't don't know who the fuck Callum Smith is. They hear talks of Callum Smith, so they thought Callum Smith was this superstar. They might have seen that one fight of him and George Groves. But they just kept hearing everyone say Callum Smith could give Canelo trouble, and then they see John Ryder, not knowing who the fuck John Ryder is. They thought he was some bum. Some bum is giving this guy trouble. I think John Ryder's the goods. So, again, I don't think Callum Smith deserves the backlash that he's getting. I thought he did a really good performance. It's like I said, it's like Sean Porter. Are you going to give all the opponents that Sean Porter gives a hard time to? Are you going to say they are suck? Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Kell Brook, you know? Sean Porter gave people hell with that style. Made them look ugly, made them not look the same. And I think that's all it was. John Ryder did the exact same style and made a good fighter look different. This is the Double RT Boxing Show. I am your host, Mr. A. I hope your boxing junkie ass feels a little better. Again, if you feel fucked up, you're always more than welcome to come into this boxing rehab known as the Ready Talk Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. A. Thank you for your time and support.